Hello, I'm Captain Vile. Welcome back to Sorcery, except I read all of my lines as Goofy. And today is a decently special day for old Captain Vile, because old Captain Vile got a little bit older. It's my birthday today. Alright. I'm not going to be doing much for the channel. Just, hey, that's neat, I guess. I'll be getting a new game, Red Dead Redemption 2, as well as a thing to help me get data from my camera, put it on my computer, so I can upload like skits and stuff and put them on my channel. So that'll be cool. Anyway, back to the game. Another hour passes, and you crest a small hammock. From the top of which you can see the path continuing downwards to a small settlement of huts. This must be Kantanapi. Look at the village. From this distance, it's hard to make out much about the town, except that it must be desperately poor. The fields on either side are brown and caked with mud. A few penned animals are there, thin and widened like thirsty vines. Wizened. No wonder the Sightmaster warriors don't trouble themselves to protect this place. There's nothing here to protect. Kantanapi, avoid the village. Let's go to the village. It's a town of merchants. They'll have stuff where you can buy. Of course, if you were scared of a town like Kantanapi, you'd have no hope in surviving Kakababi proper. You follow the path down into town. The round huts are made of hard-baked, bright clay, and the roofs are thinly patched. As you pass, eyes appear in dark doorways, tracking your every move. For a moment, it seems like this will be all you see of the town's inhabitants. But then, a villager appears from one of the dwellings and blocks your path. Look at him. He is 5 feet tall. He cannot grow much taller out here. It's poisonous air. He has thick-set arms and thighs, half-clothed and tattered breeches. His eyes are wide and his hair long, and his long red hair and beard stand out from his face in a wary tangle. "Halt, stranger," he commands. "What business have you in Kantanapi?" "I'm hungry. I want to buy equipment." He grunts, but you can see that he's pleased. With a motion, he encourages you to follow, taking him through the village into a large hut. Storage house. Anyway, inside you find that the building is a storage house. A quartermaster, somewhat plumper than your guide, is seated at a table. Stride over to him. You stride across the room, put your hand out for a fat man to shake. "I'm here to trade," you declare. "You're a merchant? I hear this village has excellent wares." The man looks startled, but gets quickly to his feet. "Please sit. I'll show you what little I have." "Be quick about it." You insist. "I cannot linger here long." Of course, sir," he replies, bowing low. The man wags a finger. "Wait here." He disappears for a moment to a side room. "Search the room." While the man is out of sight, you quickly rifle through the nearby cells and find nothing except for a small vial of potion. Yoink. You pick up the vial. It's quite full. Stopped. And stoppered by an old cork. There's no label to indicate what it might be. Smell it. Excuse me. You slip back the top stopper to take a cautious sniff. The smell is truly appalling. You seal it up. Again. Blimbery. But what is it used for? The merchant returns carrying a large box. "For you," he declares, moving his hands as he speaks. "I see what kind of man you are. This collection, the very best, are most strange, interesting artifacts are collected from the travelers who have come this way." He begins to lay the items out in front of you, treating each with great care. "You have 20 gold pieces to spend. Is there anything worth of your while in this place?" "A musical pipe, a weapon, a leather bag, a jewel." "A musical pipe." You pick up a bamboo pipe off the table, carved with a split reed and 6 finger holes. 3 gold pieces, the merchant says. "I can't promise you it has any magic, but it will cheer you up at night." Play it. You place the pipe to your lips, blow a clear few notes. The merchant nods. It is a well-made little thing, don't you agree? Buy the pipe. You hand him 3 gold pieces, and he thanks you with a nod. You place your pipe into your bag. Please, the merchant says. Something else today? You have 17 gold pieces to spend. Adieu. You reach for the jewel, a large jewel in the center of the box. He places it in your hand. He stays your hand. Please, he says. It's too valuable to allow you to handle. 10 gold pieces. Look closer at the jewel. You lower your eyes at the table to peer more closely at the gem. It's clear, glassy, and the surface seems to be slightly sweating. Dragon's tears, the merchant says. You've never heard of such a thing before. That's a lot of money. I have a drink with me, because there's a lot of reading in this game. And I'm reading aloud. That's a lot of money. Alright, he says dragon tears. Hang on. Does spell need that? Holy water, crystal orb. That's not what it is. It's dragon tears. Green, sun jewel. Not what it is. Bone. Pearl ring. No, it's a jewel. Jewel-studded medallion. Sapping, pendulum, powder, gale, wire, stone. Jewel of gold, but not actual gold, not mirror, like face mask, nose plug, skull cap. Okay, I don't think that's it. Just click your character to go back to it. Nah. What else you got? No, I won't take it. No, I will not take it. The merchant nods. Very wise, I'm sure. He replies and puts the jewel carefully away. Very good, the merchant says, patting his money pouch. You're a man of good judgment, I see. So it was a fake. A leather bag? A leather bag of teeth? Teeth. Or you lift the bag from the table. Its contents rattle. I don't have anything to... Oh, wait, yes I do. Hang on. Can you guys hear that? Hope you could. Anyway, the merchant replies, showing his own little... The finest creature teeth. Only 3 gold pieces, too. What kinds of creature? What kinds of creature, you ask? Goblins, giants, or mole rats? All sorts, the merchant replies. I couldn't tell you myself, I'm no expert, but there's 10 or 12 in there, for 3 gold pieces. It's a good price. You know, that's actually pretty, yeah, no. I'll take it. You hand over 3 gold coins, and take a bag of teeth. Please, the merchant waves a hand. Keep looking, take your time. A weapon? What weapons do you have? The merchant looks at you carefully, sizing up what kind of customer you are. The kind to place a newly bought dagger against his neck, or the kind to tip him for the quality of the blade. But, however fearsome you respect, his love of gold overcomes all other concerns. Getting quickly to the other side of the shop, he returns with a weighty broadsword and an axe. These are both treasures, as well as deadly weapons of war, I'm sure you'll agree. Now look at the axe. You lift the axe from the table. The head is carved with symbols, both in familiar language, but the quality of the shaft and head indicates the axe is well used, and may not last many more battles. 7 gold pieces, the merchant replies. Attempts to haggle. That price is too high for this, he replied. I will give you 5. The merchant looks uncomfortable, but eventually, with a glance around his large storehouse in this empty, unvisited village, he agrees. Very well, he says. 5. These are my children, and they'll suffer for it. Buy the axe. I will take it, you nod. Or you reply, nodding once. You give him 5 gold pieces, and put the axe into your pack. The merchant nods and begins to pack his box away once more. I must save at least something for my next customer, he tries to smile. But perhaps you will return this way, and it will be you. You get to your feet and take leave of the merchant. Just outside the doorway in the sunshine, you get to pause and examine what you have acquired. Look at the bag of teeth. You open the drawstring bag and shift through the contents. It's quite an assortment there. There are 3 teeth from an ape, 4 from a goblin, 2 from a snapper cat, and a large molar of a giant. that's the size of a ripe plum. Examine the carvings on the axe head. You tilt the axe head into the sunshine. Read the carvings on the metal. This axe was crafted in the year of the ox. For the gladiator, the protector. Its powers may be realized only by its owner. Interesting. You move out of the village. You head out of Cantanope and along the path to the Cantanope Hills. Just taking a sip to restore my throat. I think I should, since you can't see what I'm doing, I should like tap so you know what I am drinking when I'm done drinking. I'll do it next time. Striding out past outlying huts, you send the villagers rushing indoors to hide. Then, at the edge of the town, you pass a large boulder. At once, two rough-cut villagers spring out with swords drawn. Bandits. 2 against 1, the first declares. You're lost, calls the other, so hand over your things. Come on. Deal with these curs. You draw yourself to your full height. You have mistaken me for someone else, you declare. You will suffer for that mistake. The bandits growl and advance on you, one on either hand. Cast a spell. What can we do? We can... cause darkness. Make a force field. This would only work on one of them. There's 2 and too much stamina. Bamboo flute. Jake caused lively dancing. Bamboo flute. That was worth it. We can make them dance, which they are doing now. You pull the bamboo flute from your bag and raise the spell, and we can play a merry tune. The angry faces of the bandits turn into expressions of astonishment as they find their limbs jerking in time to dance to the music. Quite out of control, their swords fly from their hands and are soon dancing merrily around you. Lead them back to the village, or lead them to the nearest pit in the ground. I'm the Pied Piper now. The foothills around you are full of sudden drops, edges, and deep pits into the earth. Piping loudly, you lead the 2 bandits into the nearest gap in the ground you can find. Their expressions are already turning from sour from exhaustion, then move to look as horror, as they find themselves jumping and jiggling around the edge of a pit. Then, with a final leap and clap, they disappear over the side. You put your murderous flute away and continue your journey towards the hills. About half an hour you reach the start of the climb to the hills proper and continue upwards. So we just killed 2 people. What the hell kind of animal is that? Oh well. Leaving Cantanope behind marks the true start of the wilderness. Beyond that tiny outpost, the scattered homesteads of Kare, the thriving city port, but are all touched by cruelty, isolation, and fear. The backlands, the long shadow cast by Mankang, and the long shadow cast by Mampang Fortress darken everything. No time for reflection. We must go! But there's no time for reflection. You know the importance of your mission. Now it has begun. You must simply survive first and succeed second. You are well prepared as any man could be. 5 minutes later, you reach a fork in the road. The sergeant, from all his sight, hadn't mentioned this. Sovereign, I mean. I believe that's what it said. The road splits around the base of the gigantic tree, but does not rejoin on the other side. The left path winds into a valley, and the right path rises up a slope towards the thick forest of hills. Look right. It's hard to see much further uphill. The forest is sudden and thick. The path narrow. It may be hard going on this direction, but the hills involve a lot of climbing eventually, and you may get a decent view of the next lake at the top of the ridge. Left. You pause to consider a lower route. There's a river there, and the path follows left bank. It's a safer route, secluded and protected by the curve of the landscape. That would mean you were almost backtracking. You were about to make a choice when you heard a faint cry from close at hand. Ignore it. It's no concern of you, whatever it is. You must move on. Light's fading already. Alright, let's go where we can go. High path, low path. I don't know where to go. I've never gone there. I've played this game before, by the way. I should go this way. You head into the valley. It seems the safest route, secluded with providing an opportunity for ambush, with no matter how quickly darkness falls the riverbank will guide your way. The cries from the tree quickly fade away. The path winds along a bubbling stream. You follow it, keeping to the west bank. The valley itself becomes narrow on either hand, a good spot for an ambush. You can only hope that nobody knows you're there. After an hour's walk, you begin to feel hungry. You need to eat at least once a day to keep your strength. Stop and eat. Excuse me. Taking a seat on the grassy bank above the water, you eat a quantity of your cheese and bread. You rest for half an hour or so and continue on your journey. I'm getting tired. Of talking, I mean. Jeez. There is so much reading in this game. The valley continues on your walk for many hours until the sun begins to set behind the bank and the air grows cool. Now would be a time to find and pitch a camp if you intend to sleep before the darkness descends completely, but the moon will rise soon enough and you could walk through the night. Somewhere beyond this valley there are villagers with real beds. Make a camp or keep walking. Let's keep walking. We're on a quest, damn it. There is much progress to be made. In return for a little determination, you keep walking. You'll be weaker for it tomorrow, of course. Still, you make good progress and cover considerable ground. As you walk, you think of the crown. It calls onwards, even though you may have never seen it. It is, as you know, your name. Excuse me. It is as if it knows your name and is waiting for you, deep in the fortress of Manpang. But does it summon you to rescue it and restore balanced power of the Femrifty Alliance? Or does it summon you to your death and destruction to place a seal on the power of the Archmage? The next morning. The morning air is cool and good for walking. You feel the presence of your spirit, the Vixen, close by. Its form has changed since you left Analand, just as you have changed, but it's still running beside you. The temple they taught you that prayer to your spirit could heal disease, lift curses, and even save you from certain death. But the spirits are not generous and decline to help often. You can ask for the spirit's aid using the pray button. Walk on. The morning brings you new vigor, and you stride forwards. After a few hours, you come across a rope bridge strung precariously between two boulders and spanning the river. A path leads away from either side and runs over a small hill. Well, I say go this way. Anyway, that should be it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Good file.